This is Ollie. He is a typical North American student with the world at his fingertips through his smartphone, his tablet, and his home computer. Traditional teaching with chalk and a board do not work for students like Ollie. Does this look familiar? Students like Ollie need to be taught using the 4 C's of 21st century learning: communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. Teachers need to adapt their teaching style to incorporate the 21st century taxonomy. The taxonomy allows students the freedom to use the 4 C's to facilitate their learning and understanding of topics being presented. They can begin with finding and validating information, move on to applying and interconnecting their work, before creating and publishing a product of their knowledge. The big question often asked is, how are we going to make this happen? Ollie likes the workshop model for his teacher's lessons. There are 4 main parts to the workshop model. I do. This is where the teacher gives instructions and presents the driving question to their students. You do. Students take control of their own learning as an individual. We do. This is where students come together to work on a common goal, most often presented in the form of a project-based or inquiry-based learning model. And finally, we share, the end of class. It's where students share what they have learned before the teacher has the final say to dismiss them from class. When preparing lessons, teachers need to keep some things in mind for every class. Lessons must be compelling. If students aren't interested, it doesn't matter how much time you put into it. Lessons need to be socially and culturally relevant. If students don't see themselves in the learning, they aren't connecting to it. Students need reminders on what it means to be good digital citizens every time they use technology to ensure they are safe and respectful. They need to be taught appropriate use. There needs to be some risk-taking in school if students are going to be prepared for the real world. They need to learn that it is okay to make mistakes. Seeing a teacher fumble could be more valuable than seeing perfect lessons. They will build their self-esteem, and confidence in their abilities will blossom. If lessons are changing, it also means forms of assessment need to evolve. Teachers need to adapt their thinking for each individual learner. Provide rubrics and exemplars so students know what is expected. Sure, some will model their work after the example, but others will strive to be even better with their work. Don't be afraid of using assignments and projects as assessed work. Assessing is not only tests and quizzes. Above all, provide students with good feedback. Students need more than checks and X's if they are going to improve. For 21st century learning to be successful, teachers need to work together to co-create curriculum outcomes and improve on differentiation to include all learners. Teachers need a strong content knowledge of their subjects if they hope to improve their pedagogy for students like Ollie. They can work on individual goals for improvement through professional growth plans. They can come together as a staff to work on CSI goals for their school. This could include reviewing the school code of conduct, particularly around technology. They can also join in professional learning communities. This can be local, but could also happen on social media like Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Like many, are you worried about where to start? Start with a few changes to get the ball rolling. Record yourself giving a lesson that you often need to repeat several times using a screencast platform like EduCreations. By recording it, students can rewind their teacher as often as needed until they understand the topic. In no time, you will begin to see the benefit of flipped classrooms. Adopt a bring your own learning device policy so students can learn proper digital use on their own devices. This will give them more ownership of their learning and provide you with technology needed to move forward with interactive lessons. They can learn how to use social media for education rather than games and gossip. And finally, let your students teach you. These millennials have a lot to offer. Many are creating digital stories every day. Why not let them develop those skills in school? Their knowledge may just surprise you.